Business is not just an idea, it's a system. Welcome to Streams. On this edition of Streams, I'll be sharing with you a 7-part process to building a business structure. On this channel, we break down money, entrepreneurship, and systems for people to start up or to expand whatever they are doing. In this process, I'll be simplifying the process of how to set up a business. Very many times, people complexify or makes it more complicated than it needed to be. If you want to start a venture, you want to start a coaching, you want to offer a service, an enterprise, or a product, the same process. If you've been in project design of who, what, why, what for, is the same process in business. It's just simplified, and if you follow this 7 part, it will benefit you, and you can put your idea to test and you can bring it to the marketplace. Number one thing is the problem. Identify a problem that you want to solve. Don't go and be thinking, what will my logo look like? What will my website look like? In fact, what I've seen very many times, when people want to start a business, they are looking for the name of the business. The name is not your cup of tea. Look at a problem you want to solve in a marketplace. Once you identify the problem, in fact, the problem you are solving might inform the name you are going to call your business eventually. So focus on what the problem is. What is the problem you want to solve? Is it a coaching program? Think of it this way. A cleaner solve the problem of time and hygiene. A landlord like myself solve the problem of accommodation. A consultant solve the problem of strategy. On and on like that. Whatever problem you have identified, that is the starting block of your business. When you have identified the problem, what do? You look for the person. Who is the person that is facing this kind of a problem? Who is the target person? Who is feeling this pain point that I can help? That is the person. That is your who. Once you identify the person, you look at what is costing them. Is this pain important? Because sometimes people are trying to solve a problem that is not a bother to the people facing it. So you must understand, is this problem a major concern to them? That is why you are helping or bringing product to solve a problem or some issues for people, but it's not a big deal. For example, I've seen people that says, oh, I brought a product that helps you to locate your key. Somebody said, I don't have a problem with that. If I can't find it, I know where to look for. So be sure that the problem you've identified for the category of people you are trying to identify it for is a major bother to them, and they'll be willing to pay for the problem. Also, once you identify the people, you must narrow it down. Don't say, I want to solve a problem for everyone. If you target everyone, you focus on nobody. So look for a set of people or a person that the problem you have identified affects, and see how it affects them. Number 3, what is the promise? What is the outcome that the solving that problem will entail for them? You must be able to identify the promise. Is the promise that will inform your design, and of course, is the promise and the outcome that people buy. They don't buy your product necessarily. It's when they see what the outcome is, that's when they are willing to pay for the product in itself. And of course, you need to then design a product. You need to design what that will be. Number 4, the product. Number 4 is the product. What should the product be? And I want to reverse this with number 3. This is the mistake a lot of people make in business. They go design a product and then try to, adapt it to fit a particular outcome or a solution. You design, you understand the outcome you want to achieve for the people you have identified, and then you design a product that can solve the problem. That's how to break away from this waterfall model of design. That's why you need to be agile. You identify a problem, you identify the beneficiaries, you think of an outcome or a solution once the pain point is removed, and then you design a product to solve that problem. Is it a physical product? Is it a service? Is it a training course? Is it a coaching program? Is it a bespoke offer? Is it a tailor-made model? You need to look at that. And once you have a product that does what it says on the thing, what do you do next? You need to get a price. Price is not just a number. Price is value that the people you have identified are willing to pay for the problem. It's not the time you spend on it. In fact, if people are paid for hard labor or their time, people doing, many jobs will be the highest paid. But it's the value that what the product and the outcome offers is the most important thing. And what the people or the category of people you are solving for are willing to pay. If it's a 1-hour coaching program, if it's a 4-week coaching program, what value will they gain out of that? That is how you price and what the solution will offer to your target group. That is how you determine the value of what so your number 5 is the price. Once you get the price right, then you need to promote it. Number 6, promotion. Promotion could be in form of word of mouth, could be in form of paid advert, could be in form of email marketing, any channel with which you can promote your product, your idea. Guess what? If they don't see your product, nobody will be able to buy and you'll not be able to solve the problem for them. So what do? You promote. You promote either through TikTok, Instagram, or email marketing, as we have mentioned, or paid advert on any platform that works for you. So, promotion. And once you are promoted, which is your number 6, number 7 is systematize. You put a process in place. What system does is makes your offer, your product, repeatable. It can be bought from time to time, consistently. So if you want to create a business, whatever the level of the business, whatever the scale of the business, follow this 7-part process. Identify the problem, identify the people, create a promise, create a product, get the right price, promote the product, and of course, put a process in place to make it repeatable and sustainable. So go create your own business, your venture, or turn in your idea, because business is not just an idea, it's a system. It takes a process. All right? So be sure to share it with somebody that you think wants to start a business or an idea, putting a process in place. There's a link on this side. I want you to subscribe. Help us to get to over 100,000. And of course, there are more materials on this platform. I want to hear your comment in the process, in this 7-part process. Which part are you? And if you want to scale, be in touch. I'll be able to help. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.